For our next project in our Beatrix Potter unit, we're going to be doing a side view down into the soil of a vegetable garden. I chose to do this one smaller because of the details and in a square shape. So we're going to create our vegetables at top, and then we're going to create our different layers of the soil and color code those. So the first thing that we're going to do is go about 3/4 of the way up, and we're going to create just a little line. It's a wavy line of soil. And then we're going to create everything that goes on top of that. So for everything from eggplants, we've got tomatoes, radishes, and carrots, of course, and some lettuce. So we're going to go in and create that. To create our first plant, we're going to just go in and create a stalk, and then go in and give it some stems to hang off on each side. And this is going to be our tomato plant. So we are going to create little circles or ovals on the ends of each of those stems. And then right where the stem connects with the oval, we're going to just create the top of that tomato. All right, and then to make that have some more detail, we're going to add some of our leaves. That would also be coming off of that plant. All right, then we're going to skip over a little space, leave yourself some room, and we're going to create our radish. So we've got 3 or 4 little leaves sticking up nice and wide, and then we're going to do almost like a heart shape here. It comes to a really thin point, and then you can add in some details like that. Then we're going to go in right beside it and do carrot. So I'm going to make one big grassy piece, and then make our carrot here. And we can go in and add those details too. So I'm just using a black permanent marker. Skip a space. We're going to make our lettuce leaf. I'm going to start with what looks like a feather, and then on the other side I'm going to make kind of that same feather but more bumpy. Okay. And then we're going to fill that in with a couple other pieces. And then what makes this look a little bit more lettuce-ish is adding in some of these details. Okay, and then next we're going to skip over just a tiny bit and add another carrot. And then we're going to add an eggplant. And since those are pretty large, I'm going to go on and create those shapes. And then create its stalk. Little toppers that connect to the branches. And we'll make that disappear behind that eggplant. Add a leaf or 2. And we have our first part finished. Now we're going to divide this up just the tips of the carrots, if they're long enough, would be able to go down to this next level. And then we're going to divide it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, one more time, into 4 different layers. Okay, and then we're going to create our roots. So we're going to go from each plant and create roots. And here are roots, kind of hair-like on some of these. And these branch off from each other. And then up here, if you want to fill in some space, you can by just adding some grasses that we're not even going to add to, we're not going to add roots to. So they'd be like they were further back. All right, and then we know the deeper down that we go into the soil, the rockier it is. So we're going to add in some rocks here and there. And then they're going to get smaller and more spread out as they come up. And then in our topsoil layer, we're not going to have any rocks. Okay, so that does it. And then we are going to use either crayons or colored pencils. I'm going to use colored pencils on mine to fill in these spaces. So you can color along with me. I'm going to speed myself And that is it. That's how you're going to do your garden if you choose to do this activity. I hope you really enjoy it.